everybody, Farmer Katie here. Today we're going to talk about a seed coat. So what is a seed coat? Let's begin by talking about what is a coat. Humans wear coats, right? We wear coats to stay warm. What else do we wear coats for? If you said protection, that is correct. We aren't always needing a coat to stay warm. Sometimes it's raining and it's summertime, but we still need protection from the rain. So we put on a raincoat, right? So seeds all come with a coat built in. Every seed has a seed coat. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner, but they all protect the seed and determine when the conditions are right for it to germinate or sprout. So I have a bean seed with me here today, and this bean seed had a seed coat. But when we planted this seed, the seed coat began to dissolve because the seed knew that the conditions were right for sprouting or germination. So as this seed began to grow, this bean split open and this bean plant emerged from the seed. Now we have a new plant with roots growing, and we have the original seed that it came from that's now been split in two. This seed also has a very important purpose. Inside of this seed, whether it's a big bean seed like this or a teeny tiny seed that's almost like a speck of dust, inside of every seed is a living plant, sleeping, waiting to be awakened. All it needs are the right conditions, water, temperatures, sometimes sunlight, not always. But once that seed wakes up, it can start growing, because in addition to a living plant being in this seed, there's also a little lunchbox of food. That lunchbox of food is called a cotyledon. Some plants have two cotyledons. Those are dicots. Some plants have one cotyledon. That's a monocot. An example of a plant with one cotyledon would be corn. Here, I actually have some Rio Grande blue corn. This corn looks like popcorn, right? Because popcorn comes from an ear of corn. When we plant this corn, it begins to grow. It looks like this. Most monocots are going to look like this. They're going to look sort of like grass. The rest of our vegetables, for the most part, are going to be dicots, two cotyledons. I'm telling you this because if you plant a vegetable, the first thing you're going to see are the cotyledons. Let me show you an example. This is a seed that has just sprouted. See, the seed is still on there. But those two round leaves aren't leaves at all. They're actually cotyledons. Those cotyledons are the lunchbox of food. This is a squash plant, and as you can see, these first true leaves have sprouted, but the original two cotyledons still remain at the base. You see how they're more rounded? Now, I'm telling you this so that you do not get alarmed when your cotyledons on your vegetable plants begin to turn yellow, shrivel, and fall off. This is perfectly normal. Remember, they were the lunchbox. Your plant has now used all the energy that was in those cotyledons that it needed to grow its first leaves, and now it can produce its own food with these leaves through photosynthesis. So the next thing that's going to happen, these cotyledons, they're going to turn yellow and they're going to fall off, and this is just part of the process. So when you're growing your vegetable plants and they start to get their first true leaves, these first round cotyledons are going to fall off, and you know what? That is A-OK.